Hello, I'm Dr. David Hawkins. I'm the director of the Marriage Recovery Center. And as you probably know, I've been doing a lot of videos on narcissism. I had a conversation just a little while ago with a woman who is experiencing probably much of what you experience, and that is the feeling of being crazy in a relationship. And as we talked about how crazy making is so difficult to define. I mean, what is crazy making? What's going on? It's not like you can be in this relationship and then all of a sudden a red light goes on that says, uh-oh, something crazy is happening here. It's very difficult to define. It's covert emotional abuse, and it's that blame shifting, the truth twisting, it's deception. It is all of those things combined, and any one of them is enough to make you feel just crazy. And in fact, one of the easiest ways to determine whether or not there's something crazy happening is if you feel crazy. But the question arose, and I want to address this today. The question arose about whether this behavior is intentional on his part. And I said to this woman, largely, I don't think it is. Now, I understand that response is going to be found unpopular with a lot of people. They believe, and maybe you believe, that, yep, he wakes up in the morning and he knows exactly what he's doing. I don't find that to be the case. I find it to be largely the behavior, the crazy-making behavior, the truth-twisting. It's all part of denial. And what does denial do? Remember, denial stands for don't even notice I am lying to myself. So if we think about the whole notion of denial, denial is used to protect ourselves. And in fact, this video is titled Narcissism, an Effort at Self-Protection. So if you think about this, if we say to the narcissist, you're wonderful, you're great, I love you, you're just an exciting individual to be in a relationship with, no problems whatsoever, you're just great, let's just have dinner and love each other and life is good. And in that environment, life might be good, but watch out when you confront him. Now, there you have the problem. So you're confronting him and you're saying, your behavior is less than perfect. Your behavior is troublesome. Oh my goodness, now all of a sudden we've set off the alarms inside the narcissist and we have said, you've got some problems and they need to be dealt with. Maybe we even say you've been deceptive. Self-protection, the force fields come up, and now he's going to work at putting the blame onto you, shifting responsibility, sanitizing, minimizing, rationalizing, justifying, making excuses, all these different mechanisms that he does largely unconsciously and repetitively, and it comes out of his character, born out of insecurity and fear. Now, again, some of you are going to say, no, Dr. Hawkins, he really does wake up in the morning and he thinks of ways to just be malevolent and malicious and sadistic, and I don't know. I'm open to thinking about this in new ways, but what I find is he's just using very, very immature mechanisms to protect himself. I want you to think about this. Try it on. Test it and send me an email. I'll give you my email address at the end of this video, but see if that's not possibly true. Is it possible that he really doesn't have a way to incorporate your concerns about him? He doesn't have a way to think about how his behavior is troubling. He doesn't have a way to be less than perfect and to accept responsibility for his behavior, his troubling actions against you. So he doesn't have any way of metabolizing this, of processing it, and so then he becomes aggressive and he uses all of these stinking thinking errors to make himself be okay. Remember, denial, don't even notice I am lying to myself. And so narcissism in a sense, becomes an effort at self-protection. I want to suggest to you that the narcissist is in fact quite insecure. Yes, I know the definition of narcissism is an arrogant sense of self, a sense of entitlement, and I agree with all that. He is often acting entitled. He is often acting aggressive and arrogant and so on. But I want to suggest to you, just for our conversation, that it's an effort at self-protection. So would you try that on, and let's see where we go with that. Now, before I wind up this video, I do want to make it perfectly clear that I'm not letting him off the hook. He doesn't just get to go on with his life and go, okay, just because he has immature ways of protecting himself, he doesn't need to be held accountable. Absolutely not. He must be held accountable. So let's consider that it's an effort at self-protection. It's very, very immature, and he must be held accountable for his behavior. I'm recommending that he be held stringently accountable for all of these thinking errors, that he's got to come out of denial. And so accountability is the primary key. And if we can create a very, very stout healing container, that there's a possibility that he might be able to change and grow. He's not going to lean into growth, at least initially. He's not going to love growth any more than you or I do. But if we create this healing container that's very, very, very stout and very strong, where these behaviors must be looked at, then we've got a possibility for change. So again, I'm Dr. David Hawkins, and this is Narcissism, an effort at self-protection. I want you to consider it. I don't know that it's true, but I want to be in dialogue with you about this. Send me your responses at drdavid@marriagerecoverycenter.com and let me know what you think. drdavid@marriagerecoverycenter.com. If you decide that you want more help, you can email our office or call our office at 206-219-0145. 206-219-0145. I really want to talk to you about this. I want to learn too, and I want to hear what you think about this. All right, let's work together. Take care.